Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2023, the album, Dad, Shimmy Shimmy, AF, Rock on Gold Dust, Beast, Woman. Happy Saturday. How are you guys doing today? Judy Smith, my fan, is back from vacation, and she is feeling vivacious and vibrant and ready to tell the tea and the gossip. And so today, I really didn't actually think I was going to have to talk about this so soon into the year, and I do have my bingo drama card that I just did for 2023 right here, and I'm already Xing things off left and right. Jaclyn Hill already got into drama. James Charles, this is actually on my drama bingo card. James Charles is trying to get another boyfriend online, and it is the 7th of January. So it looks like I'm going to have a diagonal here real soon. I might even have a coverall. I don't even know for my drama bingo card. So if you didn't watch my video that I posted, I don't know, like a week ago, I did a drama bingo card for 2023 plus my predictions for 2023. What's really interesting about this is a couple years ago, I think it was 2019, maybe going into 2020, I did I think maybe 18 going into 19, I don't know. But I did a predictions video. People ask me every year, they're like, Peter, please do a predictions video. Because I did this predictions video, and what was so weird about it was that so many of my predictions came true, and it was bizarre, right? Like, I mean, some of these things are kind of easy to guess, like that James Charles is going to get into another boyfriend scandal, but then other things I think are a little bit difficult. So does that mean I'm the psychic of the world? I don't know. Call Miss Cleo. By the way, have you guys seen that documentary? I'm Miss Cleo or whatever. Oh, it's so fantastic. It's so fantastic. So I'm back in the United States. We had an amazing vacation. My husband just left to go pick up our little dog, Boo Radley. I can't wait to see him. I'm so excited. I have missed him so much. I love going on vacation, but I miss my little dog so much, so I can't wait to go see him. By the way, I just posted this over on my Instagram last night, and I also posted a video on my Peter Likes Books booktube channel. But I have brought back Peter's Book Club. Now, this is completely different than the True Crime Book Club that I run with my good Judy Mel. Hey, Mel. This is just where I pick a book every single month, typically a newer release, and we just kind of read along together, and then I do a review over on my booktube channel, and you guys can sound off in the comment sections. And it's just kind of a fun way to read a book together. So if you guys would like to do that, let me know. Now, I will tell you, the book that I picked for January, I am friends with the author, and I love all of her work. I've actually picked one of her previous books for the book club, and she reached out to me last night. Literally, I posted it, and within 2 seconds, she was like reaching out to me, and she was like, I did not know that you were picking my book. And she was like, I would love to do some kind of like giveaway or something. So if you guys want to be part of that, you're going to have to stay tuned to my booktube channel. Okay, let's get into this James Charles fiasco. Now, I feel like this situation, this topic is kind of divided. Those that are, talking in favor of James, and those that are against James. So I'm going to kind of just give you what happened, and then I'm going to tell you what I think about it, okay? So the short of it is, and then I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to read you the receipts and things like that, okay? But the short of it is that James had been talking to this person online. This person had said that they were straight. It was a straight male. And James was talking to him and sending him text messages and basically saying, like, would you be my boyfriend? And it's a lucrative position and blah, 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 whatever. And James had also apparently sent him, like, 2, I don't know, pictures that were, those kind of pictures, okay? Those kind of pictures that you don't want to send to anybody with your face, okay? So I hope James cut him off, but I think by the BBL, we already probably know that it was just, don't be sending those kinds of pictures to somebody, okay? Because, like, this is what, if you're as old as me, your mom would say to you back in the day, you don't know, you might want to run for president one day. I don't think that's going to happen in 2024. But anyway, by the way, I do need some lip gloss, and we are going to talk about Manny here in a second. So when your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time. So James was talking to this guy and telling him that it was a rather lucrative position to be James' boyfriend, and that it was, you didn't get paid anything, but you could come and live in a $10 million mansion in LA and travel, and that you got good head. Well, I don't know about that, but, so anyway, that was the lucrative position. Oh, and you also got to go to escape rooms and hang out with somebody that's got a big ass, okay? You know, in Indiana, we call that something else. We don't call that a celebrity. In Indiana, you could go to any strip mall and probably find somebody with a big ass that likes an escape room. I'm just saying that, I mean, you know, but... So James is like sending these messages to this guy, and apparently they talked for months, okay? And the flirting was going back and forth. Well, I think it was last night or I think it was the night before. This guy, his name is David. He apparently took to the TikTok, of course, you know, and he posted all of these screenshots, okay, of their conversations and whatever. And this one screenshot is the one that's going around, and it's the one that is like... what James' requirements for having a boyfriend and all this kind of stuff, right? Okay. So then that happened, all right? Then everybody in the world went crazy because they're like, oh my God, here it is, James Charles, you know, and he's like going after another straight guy, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I think at this time, this is like our, what's that song from Rent? I can never remember the words to it. 565,600 minutes. This is like our 525,600 different scandal with James Charles trying to hook up with a straight man, okay? So before we get into this further, James, if you're watching this, and for any, I guess, other gay man out there that your fantasy is a straight man, which I'm not saying that in my I've been out for 30 years. I don't know how long I figured out I was gay whenever I was a little kid. Oh, that neighborhood dog, I forgot all about. Didn't miss him while I was gone. He just started barking. But anyway, I just want to this is the part of drama class. This will be on the Scantron test, okay? So I need to put on my new reading glasses. Look, my new reading glasses came while I was gone. What do we think? Don't they make me look so professional? Oh my God, I love them. They make me look so professional. If you know what the word professional comes from, put it in the comment section below, okay? It was from a famous reality TV show. So I want to read these definitions for you in case you don't know these definitions, James Charles. And then in the future, okay, you'll know them, okay? The first one is heterosexuality. The definition of heterosexuality is a romantic attraction, sexual attraction, or sexual behavior between people of the opposite sex or gender, okay? Now, homosexuality is defined by Webster's dictionary as sexually or romantically attracted exclusively to people of one's own sex or gender. Now, there's so many different forms and variations of all of that in there, okay, in between that. But in this situation, okay, because this specific situation, this David person told James, I'm straight, okay? So don't come to me with all the other stuff, okay? This person said to James, I'm straight, all right? James is saying that he's attracted to this guy. So that's my first kind of 2 cents about all this. My second 2 cents about all of this is, because I think people like to forget, you know, and Jaclyn Hill has taught us recently the art of rewriting history, okay? Jaclyn Hill likes to rewrite history as if it never happened. Well, drama channels, if we don't exist for one thing, what we exist for is to remind you of history, okay? Because we don't forget. Because we were right there commenting on it when it happened, okay? So, if you don't remember, James Charles made this video and he came out, he was so apologetic. It was called the Save My Ass, Save My Career video, because down the road, I'm going to want to put out this company called Just James or something like that, and I'm going to want to repair my career because I ain't got no other talents or skills except for my makeup and escape room TikToks. So I got to do something. So I got to save my career. So I'm going to come out, and what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take any responsibility for this whatsoever. I'm just going to say I'm desperate, okay? So if y'all don't remember that video, that was when James got caught in a bunch of scandals, and what he said was, after he came back, after 6 months, that he had done this deep investigation into himself. Never said he did therapy, okay? Which at the time, I said, these people want to come out and they want to they want to make it look like they've done the change without actually doing the work to do the change. If they actually did the work to do the change, they wouldn't have to make it look like they did the change because the work would have been done. That's the problem, okay? Because when you don't do the work, then it's going to happen. History is going to repeat itself. And I've said this time and time again with James Charles, okay? I've said it time and time again with Shane Dawson, with Jeffree Star, with all of them, okay? They don't do the work. Therefore, and this should be a good lesson to those two, Shane and Jeffree, that history repeats itself, all right? So, James comes out in this video and he says that what he learned was that he was desperate. And that TikTok, Instagram, social media apps are not dating apps, okay? That's not where you go and you meet people. Do you remember this? Okay, you don't remember this? Okay, because, I don't know, you were living in a cave or something like that. James Charles said, okay, I'm not going to go and I'm going to try to meet people on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and the Facebook and the Goodreads and all that kind of stuff. That's not where you meet people, okay? But I was desperate, all right? So I'm not going to go there anymore and I'm not going to meet people because I realized those aren't dating apps. Well, of course they aren't, girl. Pay your $29.95 and get on eharmony.com like the rest of everybody else out there, okay? I mean, girl, all my girlfriends are on Match, you know? Get on Match. I don't know, swipe right on Plenty of Fish. Get on christianmingle.com, you know? J-Date. Girl, I don't know. Find a farmer. Something, girl. But not on TikTok or Instagram. It's cringe, okay? And you even said it was cringe and you took responsibility for it, all right? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. So then what James does is, because he doesn't ever want to work on himself, and this is the problem, okay? Because he's got a bunch of people around him that are telling him that there's nothing wrong with what he does, okay? And at that time, I had talked to a couple of these makeup influencers, like Manny and like some other people, and what they said. And I asked them, I said, I don't understand how you co-sign this. If you knew James, you would know he's not like this. You would know he's not really trying to reach out to these people and these apps. You would know that James this and whatever. Well, he's proved you wrong time and time again. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know that James Charles is somebody that I would be standing behind in all this, because at one point, you know, back in the day, it was like, you get your ass kicked on the playground, okay? But James Charles is going to find himself, I mean, listen, Jen Shaw just got sentenced to 6.5 years yesterday, okay? James Charles, he's going to mess with the wrong person one of these days, and it's going to be ugly, all right? Let's just call it for what it is, all right? So then James Charles comes out, latter part of last year, and he's on Instagram. I covered this in a video. I know people don't want to remember this, but he says that he was just sitting around wondering in his $10 million mansion that if he wasn't who he was, what would his friend group look like, you know? And then he said, wouldn't it be so fun if you reached out to him in his DMs and like he thought that maybe there was somebody out there, he didn't know where or who, that was his soulmate. Then he comes back about a couple hours later and says that he started getting all of these people contacting him in the DMs of Instagram, basically applying for position of soulmate. Oh, but James said that he was desperate and didn't learn, or that he had never learned that, you know, social media apps aren't dating apps, okay? So we've now gone through this like 5 times. He's gone through like 15 scandals at this point. He's got caught about 22 times, okay? And he's had to apologize for this enough times, all right? So let me just tell you, this is how I feel on January 7th of 2023. Cry me a effing river, James Charles, because you still haven't learned that you don't hit on straight men in social media apps, all right? And I'm sorry, all these people that want to come out and say, oh, this guy took advantage of him, and oh, this guy was doing it for clout, and oh, this guy was doing it for views. Okay, fine, all right? I don't think that's right. I don't think that's nice. I don't think there's anything okay about it at all. But girl, you screwed the pooch because you're the one that put yourself in the position to get in this position, okay? Had you never reached out to somebody in a social media app, or if somebody had reached out to you and you said, nope, learn my lesson, not doing this again. Let me tell you a little story, okay? This is a little lesson back in the day. Man walks down the street, okay? Falls into a hole. Chapter 2, man walks down the street, sees the hole, falls into the hole, okay? Chapter 3, man walks down the street, sees the hole, steps over the hole, falls into the hole, okay? Chapter 4, man walks down the street, sees the hole, walks around the hole, falls into the hole, okay? Chapter 5, man walks down a different street. James Charles, when are you going to walk down a different street? I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't blame anybody but James Charles. I really don't, okay? You all want to blame somebody that's clout chasing and all this. Why wouldn't these people be clout chasing, okay? This is the easiest game out there right now, okay? Start talking to James Charles, claim you want to have a romantic relationship with him, tell him that you're straight. He's going to go for you like hook, line, and sinker, okay? That's what James Charles wants, okay? Some very straight acting guy that's going to tell him that he wants to be in a relationship with him. It's like, you know, oh, you get to live in a $10 million mansion on top of all that? Okay. So all these people come out, right? And they're like, oh, James, here's James, another scandal. Then there's all these people out there that are saying, oh, James shouldn't be doing this, you know, or that James shouldn't be doing this, James shouldn't be doing this. Then there's all these people out there that are like, oh, poor James. Manny even sounded off in this whole situation when somebody said that they were flirting. I'm going to read it to you in just a second, okay? Then this gal's gal's sister, or this guy's sister, she comes out and says that she's really upset with her brother because he had been talking to James Charles for several months, leading him on, and that there was nothing right about this whole situation, and that he was just doing it for views and clicks. Girl, I don't know, like, people are idiots or something like that. Did you have to wake up yesterday to realize, of course, this person did it for views and clicks? This girl, I think she came out for views and clicks, okay? I think the whole thing is this concocted deal between the sister and the brother, and they're trying to get James Charles in something. I don't know, okay? I can't figure it out, and I got a true crime book club, all right? I do. I can't figure it out for the life of me. But James Charles, this is why you should have learned your lesson 3 years ago and just stayed away from all this kind of stuff. You should have walked down a different street because you wouldn't be messing with this, all right? Number one. Number two, James, I told you this 5 years ago, okay? You make enough money, hire a PR person. This is where you need to come out with a statement, okay? You need to put out a 2-sentence statement, put it on Twitter, Instagram, your Facebook community tab, and everywhere else, okay? I did not know that man. I did not exchange sexual pictures with him. I don't know. You say something, okay? But you have a PR person. Do you think President Clinton didn't have a PR person with Monica Lewinsky? Girl, you better get a clue, okay? Y'all just sitting around here running rampant, throwing your dicks out at the world, and y'all don't have PR people? You better get some PR people. I'm just telling you right now, okay? Get you some PR people. You're stupid, okay? You're stupid. You just are. I can't believe it. Okay. So that's basically what happened, okay? And now this sister, she's come out, sister, Sister Christian, na. Anyway, so Sister Christian, she's come out, she's not a Christian. No, she's very sweet to me. She's very sweet, and she's like, so she's playing good cop now, okay? While the guy's playing bad cop, okay? And she's like, oh, my brother couldn't do this. And I'm like thinking to myself, so your brother did this for views and clout. You're sitting in your bedroom filming this TikTok that's going to go viral because you're now coming out against your brother. I can't wait to see Christmas next year, okay? That's going to be a fun Christmas for you all, unless you're spending it at James Charles Mansion. So anyway, so this all comes out, and I start getting tagged and all this stuff, and DM'd and all this kind of stuff. Well, I'd already seen it yesterday because everybody in the world had already made videos about it, right? Okay, so let's just get into this real quick. Let me read to you the supposed alleged, hold on a second, the supposed alleged, what do you call him, back and forth between James Charles and this guy. Okay, so James says to him, it's a really lucrative role. It's called My Boyfriend. Requirements, 6'2" plus, okay? So you have to be real tall. Must love escape rooms, horror movies, and cuddling. I don't like cuddling, I don't like escape rooms, so I guess I'm out and I'm 5'10". Okay. Big dick. Well, all right on that one. Okay, armpit hair. Girl, what is, just, I was like, I don't know why, but what is James Charles' fascination with armpit hair? Can somebody explain that to me? Listen, I'm not fetish shaming. I'm just not, okay? I just like, it is what it is. Suck on a toe, do you, dress up like Donald Duck. I don't give a F, okay? But can somebody explain to me James Charles' fetish with armpit hair? I mean, I do not for the life of me understand it. And it comes up, and that is like kind of like where you know these things are true. Because there's always like, send me a picture of your armpit hair. Girl, what is it about your armpit hair? Can you not grow your own, or do you shave it? I don't understand. I'm so confused, okay? God, does it equal masculinity to you or something like that? I'm so confused by it. Okay. I'd hate to see like James Charles Google search on his computer for porn. Hairy armpit hair with no deodorant. Stinky. I'm like, I don't get it. I really don't. Okay. An occasional FaceTime call. The salary is $0. But it's a good job offer, I think. Perks include a cute boyfriend with a great personality and huge ass, free living in a $10 million house in LA, fun travel opportunities, good head, and more. Okay? Why James Charles ever thought this was a good idea to message somebody, okay? Let me just tell you something. As just a little lesson out there to y'all, I'm a lowly drama channel. As Jaclyn Hill just came out and told the world that we're all just lowly drama channels, right? I learned a long time ago, like 6 years ago, if I have a real opinion about something, like I was just talking about somebody the other day, and if I have a real opinion about somebody, like I'm going to go in or something like that, this is the text message that I send with my opinion. Can you talk for just a minute? Okay, then they say, sure, and I call them, okay? And the first thing I say, and anybody will tell you this, is, I do not consent to this call being recorded. That's the second thing, okay? Then the third thing is I say, girl, now let's talk, okay? Because I got some things to say. But I don't want those text messages, those DMs showing up down the road. Girl, why would you ever do it? It's like the same thing. Didn't your mom not teach you to send no nudes with your face in it because you might want to be president someday? Girl, why are you doing this? This is stupid. This is absolutely stupid, okay? So let's go in and let's look at James Charles, his PR move to all this. Are you ready? Okay. Hold on a second. So James Charles, oh shoot. Okay. Why can't I get into... Sister Christian. That song's going to be my calming song all day today. Okay. Sister Christian. Okay. So James Charles, that's posted. And then, these are his liked tweets on his Twitter. You can go over there. Okay. He's even liked more today. Somebody tweets him and says, this is an earnest good help. This must be somebody, I don't know. Big Molly Media, Malls. I don't know who that is. You guys will all sound off. Don't you know who that? No, I don't know who it is. Okay, sorry. This is an earnest, good faith suggestion. Please hire a professional matchmaker. There are ones for high-earning individuals that are too busy to meet people and don't need clout. I know you want love in your life. Make a small investment toward finding it. Okay. So you liked that tweet, acknowledging the fact that what you did was stupid, okay? And it was wrong. And you still haven't learned from your mistake. So to everyone out there defending James Charles and saying this person is a clout chaser, absolutely this person is a clout chaser, okay? James Charles needed to walk down a different street. James Charles still hasn't learned his lesson. It's extremely problematic, okay? Extremely problematic. And I'm going to get real serious here for a second. Here's my deal, okay? I have been out for 30 plus years, okay? I don't know, 32 years at this point, going on 33 years. I came out on my 18th birthday. So in June, it'll be, I don't know how many years, 33 years I've been out. In that 33 years that I have been out, I have been blessed to have some of the most amazing heterosexual male and female friends. But I'm going to talk about just the male friends for a second, okay? Like my friend Jason, who is the husband to my friend Melissa. I am so grateful for this man in my life. He is the brother that I never had, and he is a total ally to the LGBTQIA plus community and has educated himself on all kinds of things, okay? I am so grateful for so many men. His 50th birthday a few years ago, we went to Las Vegas with 8 couples, okay? All straight couples. They don't treat us any different. They're all delightful. They are all accepting. They are all embracing of us. They invite us to their homes. They look at us and they don't see anything different. And that's been so amazing and so awesome. And I'm not going to say in the 33 years that I've been out that I've never come across a straight man that looks good or that I think is attractive. I think Daniel Craig is unbelievable, okay? He's my celebrity crush. But know your place, know your allies, and know what is acceptable, okay? And when somebody tells you I am straight, that means no, okay? That means off limits. Don't go there. It's just as easy as that. You know, and if somebody is flirting with you and they are saying I'm straight, but they're continuing to flirt with you, grow up. What they're telling you is I'm effing with you, okay? And as gay men in this country, we got effed with long enough that we don't need to be effed with anymore by anyone. So when anybody out there, to any gay person, any gay man, any part of the LGBTQIA community out there, okay? When any cisgender man out there, whatever, okay, tells you that they're straight, but they're messing with you and they want this and they want that and whatever, okay, block, delete, and move on. It's just not worth it, okay? It's just not worth the pain. I don't dial up pain in my life today. I don't need it. I don't want it, all right? James, you want love? Find somebody that's going to meet you where you're at, okay? You're not going to find love. I know you want Nathan Schwant. I talked to James Charles years ago, okay? And I said, I don't understand why you keep on getting yourself in all this kind of stuff. You obviously took this lesson from Jeffree Star because Jeffree met Nathan, blah, blah, blah. He goes, yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I want. I'm not convinced today that that was not a contractual relationship, okay? Allegedly. I don't know. But I am not convinced that that wasn't somebody that Jeffree Star found on the internet and said, hey, I'll pay you such and such amount of money. Come out here, we'll make it look a good way. Okay, I'm not convinced of that. Allegedly, all right? I don't know. So, you know what? James Charles wants to find this straight guy that's going to fall in love with him. He's straight. He's not going to fall in love with you. It's maddening to me, all right? And it's maddening to me when I see these other gay influencers, and Manny, I love you, but you're just as much to blame for this, okay? When you have a straight guy go, kiss me on my cheek, oh, like, no, you're feeding into that whole fantasy, okay? What we should be feeding into the fantasy of is heterosexual and homosexual people having allied relationships that are helpful to one another. Those are the fantasies that we should be feeding into, okay? That there are straight people out there that are going to help us. That is the fantasy that we should. And I'm so grateful for the straight friends that I have in my life. They have been unbelievable to me. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for them, okay? So let's get into this further. Hold on a second. So James Charles starts liking, I know, I went off for a little bit, but I had to, okay? So James Charles, he starts liking all these tweets, right? Okay. Whew. So he likes this tweet. Even if you hate James Charles, there's no way you believe he was having a fully sexually charged conversation by himself in some random straight man's DMs. No, I don't. The uncomfortable straight man you're talking about is not uncomfortable at all. In these messages, he's heart reacting and saying things like, you are both great. I'm not a James Charles fan, but I will say this. Straight man David looks pretty effing stupid right now. James is the one that put himself in this position again, okay? This is literally how straight men talk to women all the time. It's a big deal once it happens to them. Anti-bullying advocate in bio with a 7-part thread about some gay guy he's never met shooting a shot in a man's DMs. Be serious. I'm not, okay, I want to make this clear. I'm not defending this David person whatsoever. I think that what he did was crap, okay? I think it was crap, and I think that he needs to come out with a huge apology and take responsibility for his actions and take accountability, okay? I think what he did was crap. But at the same situation, we're not talking about him right now. He's not some huge influencer. I know he wishes he was, but he's not. Okay, we're talking about James Charles. And James Charles is in this position again because James Charles put himself in this position again. You know? That's the story. All right? Okay. I don't like James Charles, but the straight guy clearly went back and forth with him and baited him so he can leak the conversation. I'm the furthest thing from a James Charles. These are all liked tweets that James has liked. I'm the furthest thing from a James Charles defender or fan, but you cannot actually be effing serious. If the straight guy is as old as he says, he clearly has the cognition to be like, hey dude, I'm effing straight, or even just block him. He clearly led James on. The sister even says that the brother told James he was straight. She says that in her TikTok. You can go watch it. I'm not including it over here, okay? She says in there, he told James he was straight. That's a known fact at this point, that James knew this guy was telling him he was straight, okay? It was at the 30-minute mark and the camera stopped, so hold on a second, okay? 7 tweets, all to say that he pursued someone who showed basically every single sign of romantic reciprocation. At this point, this just stinks of homophobia. I'm not saying that it doesn't stink of homophobia, okay? I think that this guy's actions are ridiculous, okay? And that he needs to come out and make some apologetic statement as well, all right? Taking accountability and explaining what this was all about. If he wants to come out and say, yeah, I did it all for clout and all that kind of stuff, then he needs to come out and say that, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about James Charles, okay? This is not James Charles' first time at the rodeo. Let's remember that, okay? So for everybody that wants to chime in and defend James Charles, this is literally like James Charles' 7th or 8th allegation of very similar actions, okay? Of which James Charles has come out and said, I've changed. I'm not the same person. I've had a complete clearing of head. I've realized I'm desperate. I've realized that, social media apps are not dating places. I've learned what I need to do going forward, yada, yada, yada. He even liked a tweet where somebody said, you need to find a professional matchmaker, okay? He didn't come out with a statement. He didn't come out and say this wasn't true. He didn't come out and say he didn't engage in this. He repeated the same behaviors he has repeated in the past, okay? So to everybody wanting to come out and defend James Charles, I'm kind of confused as to what you're defending, okay? Or is it that we just need to find a villain in this situation, so it's like go back, to the other guy and say, well, he's a nasty person. This is one thing I've never understood on social media or YouTube drama or whatever, or TikTok drama, call it what you want, okay, is why is it that there can only be one bad person in the situation? Why can't it be that both people made poor choices, okay? James and this David guy both made really poor choices in this situation, all right? I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm not. But what I will say is this, okay? James Charles, I want the best for you. I really do. I want the best for anybody out there, okay? But you have shown over many years a theme of problematic behavior that has continued to repeat itself time and time again, okay? Your apologies and your explanations that you have come out in trying to defend yourself have fallen short because there has been no follow-through with what you have said you are going to do. And there is factual evidence of that, okay? Here you are again, and you are on TikTok reaching out, talking to somebody, okay? Here you are again on Instagram reaching out and talking to somebody. You're trying to find a soulmate on Instagram. These are examples of how you're getting in social media sites and trying to find boyfriends, okay? When you came out and you said what you realized was social media sites are not dating apps, and yet you're doing it again, okay? This is problematic. You need to go find somebody professional to talk to. You need to sit down with them and you need to say, I want a boyfriend so bad because I just don't feel good enough inside that I need to find somebody to find love for myself, okay? I went through this for years. I didn't think I was good enough if I didn't have a man sitting beside me validating my own self-worth, okay? So that's what that's about, and you need to go figure that out, all right? You need to figure out why you need to be loved so bad, okay? We all want a boyfriend. I did, hell. I went from boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend. And then one day I realized I needed all of that because for me, what it said was, I'm good enough. And that if somebody is sitting by my side, it makes me feel inside like I'm good enough, and then I don't have to do the work, okay? I don't feel that way today. I'm in a marriage today that I choose to be there, and he chooses to be by my side, and I choose to be by his side. And it's a completely different feeling. It's not codependent whatsoever, And James, the second thing you need to work on is why you continue to go, what is this heterosexual fantasy that you have? Why you continue to go after straight men, okay? We've never heard any of these scandals happen with gay men, or even really bisexual men that claim, it's always they come out and they say they're straight. We never hear them come out and say that they're, pansexual, bisexual, asexual, gay. Never, right? Okay, so what's that about? And then you need to figure out why you continue to look for them in social media apps. Why aren't you willing to say to my friends, hey, hook me up with somebody or go to a matchmaking service? This is not the first time. That girl tweeting that to you is not the first time you've heard that. So many people have said that in so many videos through the years that is not the first time you've heard that, okay? And this is really, really problematic. And the last thing I do want to say is this, okay? Because this kind of disappointed me today. So I'm reading through all this, and I saw on here, somebody said, James Charles is by no means a perfect individual, but everything in this thread shows two adults flirting with each other. The desperate reach to say James is making straight men uncomfortable is just regurgitating anti-gay stereotypes, okay? And Manny tweeted and responded to this and said, couldn't agree more. Manny, what you're doing there, and I just want to say this to any of, because people are always like, well, you don't hold these other people that you like accountable. Okay, here's my moment to hold Manny accountable. Manny, this was a moment to call up your friend if you didn't want to do it publicly and say, James, this is problematic, okay? This is like your 8th or 10th scandal now that you've gotten into. Baby, what's going on? Like, I'm worried about you as your friend that just went to your Christmas party, as your friend that continues to support you through the years. I love you, I care about you, but this is a problem, you know, and I'm really worried about you because even if this doesn't ever catch up with you, it's a problem, you know, and like, I'm worried about you because you don't seem fulfilled, you seem unhappy, now you seem manic on Twitter liking all of these tweets, like, what's going on, right? But what you did was, okay, you validated for him that he's in the right. And if James continues to have people around him validating him and saying, well, this guy just did it for clout, so there's nothing wrong with what James Charles did, James Charles will never have a reason to change. James Charles will never have a reason to take a look at his actions, change any of his actions, whatever. And what that means is 2 to 3 months down the road, we're going to see another situation like this. Because I can tell you right now, I bet you that if James is talking to this guy right now, he's talking to a couple others as well, all right? So those guys are sitting there, and they're on their phones right now, and they're like this. Should I? Should I? Should I come out and talk? And that's why James is taking to Twitter, okay? And that's why he's liking all these tweets. Because he is at home and he is a nervous wreck. Because he's like, are these other people going to come out? So I got to make it look like they're all coming out for clout, right? Because they all want clout. Baby, it's 2023. You ain't got no clout, James Charles. James Charles, you ain't got no clout. Girl, ain't nobody even watching your TikTok videos and your YouTube videos about your TikTok videos. You ain't got no clout. Nobody cares, girl. Nobody cares, okay? Yes, maybe he did it for clout because that's how this guy thought, okay, this is the only thing I got. This is my one shot to fame, saying that James Charles was trying to hook up with me, okay? You know, I mean, for him, I wish higher dreams. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I wish bigger dreams in life for that guy and that he could be nicer to people, you know? Because I do think it's a shit move towards gay people. I really do, you know? You're going to use the plight of gay people, I don't know, to climb on our shoulders to get to the top. Okay, you're a shit person for that, right? But that being said, James wouldn't be in this position if James had learned the lessons of the past. So here we are again. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.